In 1949, China was one of the poorest countries in the world. In fact, the statistics show there are only 10 countries in the world, 8 in Africa and 2 in Asia. We now have what is the transition to a high-income economy. And this can be looked at from 2 angles. One is China has its own criteria, which is moderate prosperity in an all-round way. That would be achieved in 2020, 2021. But this means an enormous expansion in the needs of the people and the possibilities and needs. In the early periods, not to die young was the chief problem after 1949. In 1978 was how to achieve reasonable standard of living. Now people have educational needs, cultural needs, environmental needs, etc., which are much more complicated and much more developed, and therefore this constitutes a new era.
I think the new era means a more harmonious model of growth, respectful for environment, providing with better salaries in order to ensure better quality of life for the majority of Chinese people, and fighting corruption. And finally, the main decision already developed in the last 5 years and strongly confirmed by the Congress were able to regain consensus of Chinese people for the Communist Party and for the leadership of the country. And I believe that new era means that, and also other things, but this element, a new model of growth and a new model of government based on transparency and fighting corruption, protecting natural environment, all of that is the new era, and the new era is strongly appreciated by Chinese citizens.
And when you look at the report, Xi Jinping repeats and repeats again that we are living in a time of very rapid but also complex changes. But for China, this new era is a moment in which we have this declaration by Xi Jinping of the declaration of the Chinese Renaissance. I think that Mao Zedong declared the Chinese independence, in a sense, revolutionary independence. Deng Xiaoping declared to the Chinese people and to the world that China is an open country, is going to reform, and it's going to open itself to the world. And Xi Jinping just said to the world, look at China, we are going through a process of renaissance, and the renaissance will be completed, in a sense, in 2050. This is the new era.
So when China talks about new era, that sounds very credible. And it's very good that this new era emphasis is made, because it shows that the leadership is aware that things have to change further, that what was achieved is not enough, is not final. I think in politics there is always a danger of complacency, a danger that politicians are satisfied with what was achieved and don't think about a new era. If the leading political force of the country says we have achieved something but we need to go into a new era, that has a very strong mobilizational potential.